Hey guys, just wanted to take a minute out to take a look at the skills. It's probably going to be the full, this whole video, so like 8 minutes or so of looking over the skills. If you don't really care about Zero's skills, go ahead and skip to the next one. And I will try to not cry. But I might. Anyway, so these are the assassin skills. Starts with deception. I showed it in the last video. It throws out a decoy, so everyone targets that. You turn invisible. You can run around all willy-nilly, and you get huge damage bonuses as you go. So that's pretty cool. The three skill trees that Zero uses are first sniping, second cunning, and third bloodshed. So sniping is obviously sniper rifle focused. Bloodshed is melee attack focused, and cunning is kind of deception focused. So boosting your deception, and obviously there's cross pollination between all of them. But I'm just going to go through each of the tiers, and we'll talk about them. I'll just throw out some of my ideas, at least on how I've planned on building my Zero. Obviously everyone's going to have different opinions. You also notice that, and I don't. Hopefully, you guys can see it. Anytime there's an O in any of the names of anything, it's actually a 0. So that holds true for all of his skills. Headshot increases critical hit damage. Can't argue with that. Later on, there's an ability that gives you, when you're in deception mode, it actually highlights your enemy's critical hit spots. And so not only do you get bonus damage here, and you get bonus damage while in deception, but you can also target them easier. Optics increases your zoom with all gun types, and aim is not disrupted as much when taking damage. That's awesome for sniper, just because a lot of times, when you're really zooming in really far, even a little waver can really mess you up. Fast hands increases reload speed and weapon swap speed. Useful, but not like a high priority. Especially with Counter-Strike. After getting hit, your next melee attack has a chance to deal massive melee damage. First tier is 50% increase. So you're doing 150% of your melee damage, which you already do a ton of. So this could be really, really powerful. Killing Blow. Massively increase melee damage against enemies with low health. That's pretty cool, but I don't know. I may have to play a little bit longer to figure out, if I'm actually going to be close to guys as they're dying. If so, then great. I have been thus far, but that's because I want to kill stuff with melee in order to get items. Iron Hand increases melee damage and maximum health. That's pretty much a no-brainer, right? You're doing a lot of melee damage, and you need health. It's pretty much like the best thing ever. Be Like Water, which is an excellent Bruce Lee reference. Shooting an enemy improves melee damage of your next melee attack, and melee attacks improves shooting damage of your next shot. So if you're one who's going to be switching back and forth, that can be actually pretty cool. Grim, Kill Skill. Killing an enemy causes your shields to quickly regenerate and increases your action skill cooldown for a few seconds. That's pretty cool. Ambush increases damage when attacking from behind, or when they're paying attention to somebody else. If you're going to be in a party, specifically with Salvador, this would be fantastic. Fearless. When shield is depleted, you do increase gun damage and firing rate. Pretty good, but when my shield's depleted, I kind of want to hide. Precision. Improve your accuracy with all gun types. Can't argue with that. Killer. Killing an enemy gives you bonus critical hit damage and reload speed. So, I feel like Zero kind of gets built to be this just chain killing machine. So this could be really powerful. First tier is 10% critical hit damage and 15% reload speed, so that's pretty cool. One shot, one kill. First shot fired from a fully loaded magazine causes bonus damage. Can't argue with that, especially if you're sniping. Bore. Your shots pierce through enemies. If your shot hits an enemy after piercing an enemy, it causes massive bonus damage. Bore does not work with rockets and other stuff. Also, when in Deception, this is where it'll highlight your enemy crit locations. So that can be pretty clutch. Velocity increases bullet speed, damage, and critical hit damage with all guns. Just gun increase across the board. Can't argue with that. Rising Shot. Each successful ranged or melee attack gives you a damage bonus for a short time. This bonus can stack up to 5 times. So, can't argue with that either. That's pretty awesome. Death Mark. Dealing melee damage marks the target for a short duration. Marked targets take additional damage for all sources. Also, it's not an easy thing to live with. That's just funny. Anyway, yeah, Death Mark. When you hit guys with melee, they take more damage. If you're going to be in a group especially, that's fantastic. Unforeseen. Your holographic decoy explodes when you become visible again, dealing shock damage to nearby enemies. Why not? Really. Follow through. Kill skill. Killing an enemy increases your movement speed, melee damage, and gun damage for a few seconds. Not bad. I'm not a big fan of the kill skills unless they're really strong. Melee override skill. While deception is active and a target's under your crosshairs, you do your melee attack, you'll actually dash 3 meters before you strike. So that's pretty cool. It's like a lunge. This is pretty necessary if you're gonna be meleeing a lot. Backstab. Melee attacks deal bonus melee damage when hitting an enemy in the back. 8%. Resurgence. Killing an enemy with a melee attack restores health. The lower your health, the more health you receive. That's pretty cool. It can restore up to 4% on the first tier. So you figure it'll restore up to 20%. Not really a game changer, but could be pretty helpful. Innervate. Which is a wolf, so anyone who's played World of Warcraft, I assume this is a reference to the druid skill of the same name. When deception is active, you gain increased gun damage, health regeneration, and movement speed. So, really, I feel like a lot of Zero's stuff just stacks and stacks and stacks. He gets bonus damage in deception, plus he gets, bonus gun damage, plus he gets bonus crit damage, plus he gets, first bullet out of the gun damage, plus it's all these pluses. I think literally you will be seeing just absolutely insane crits from even medium level Zeros. Kill confirmed. Aiming down the sights with your gun grants you a bonus to critical hit damage. The longer you aim, the greater the bonus. This reminds me of the original Team Fortress with the sniper. Like, the longer you zoomed, the stronger your shots got. Anyway, at 1 with the gun, greatly improves accuracy with sniper rifles when shooting from the hip, and just boosts sniper rifles in general. Pretty good. 2 Fang. Every time you fire a gun, you have a chance to fire twice. Could be helpful. If it wastes 2 bullets, I don't necessarily understand the benefit, unless you're dealing with like a slow shot sniper rifle. That could be pretty cool. Like the Wind. While moving, you gain increased melee damage and gun damage, so if you're a run and gun style, that's pretty clutch. Also, if you're running around doing the melee, and you're going to be using Execute to be rushing guys, this could be pretty damaging. And then the last 3. Many Must Fall. Killing an enemy while in deception causes you to deploy another holographic decoy, re-stealth, and your deception timer lengthens again. This is badass. I'm going to run through these last 2. Death Blossom. You throw kunai, and they're kick-ass. And Critical Ascension. Critical hit with a sniper rifle increases your damage and critical damage in the future.